Today I'll be showing you a Haunted Mansion Gargoyle Tiki mug and some Haunted Mansion pins. I still have the Tiki mug in its box, and it does have these cool torches that go in the gargoyle hand, so I can't wait to get this all unboxed and set up so I can see what it looks like. And as far as the Haunted Mansion pins, there are pins that I've purchased over the last 6 months or so, and they include a pin set and a fig pin. And I think some of these might glow in the dark, so I'll be testing for that too. So let's get this Tiki mug unboxed and take a look at the pins. So here we have the Haunted Mansion Gargoyle Tiki mug in its box. This was released in October of 2022. And you can see here it does say Gargoyle 2nd edition, and the color is teal with a dark gray wash. Now the first edition came out in 2021 and was a reddish brown. So let's see what this looks like in here. So we open it up and we get our favorite kind of packaging here. Styrofoam, wonderful. This is the stuff that static clings to everything except the trash can. Let's get it nice. Be nice and gentle with that. I don't want that to get anywhere else. All right, and then it looks like the mug is just in this bubble wrap here. It's just in a bubble wrap bag. And I'll take them out of the bag, and there it is. Ooh, look at that. That is really cool. I love that color, and then the dark gray wash on it. That's nice. On the bottom it says it's a 2nd edition Trader Sam's Enchanted Tiki Bar. Very cool. And then now it does come with, I guess I'll set them down like that, with his torches here in a separate bag. So let's open this up and see what we got. Got one torch and another torch, and then some lights on the top. I believe those do light up. Get that out. And hey, instructions. Let's read those, why not? It's probably not too complicated, but let's get them out of here anyway. Wow, if I can. Do they even, oh, you know what, it can stay in there. So there you go. It's your usual, you take this and you pull the little thing out. Oh, hey, look at that. Ooh, it kind of flickers. I like it. All right, so that's what it says to do there, and then that's the same thing. Oh, off. Oh, you have to put that back in. Oh, well, don't lose those pieces. All right, so let's see how this works. So you have your tiki torches, and that's just a hole. And so then your torch, yeah, just goes in there, however. And then you put that in there. Nice. This one. Here. Come on. There you go. Boom. So there you have the Haunted Mansion Gargoyle Tiki mug. Very nice. I do want to show you real quick that these do fit in there if you keep the little off switch thing in there. It does fit in there perfectly. So that's where you keep them. Yeah, don't sit them on the book stand or your desk or anything, because you will lose those. So those fit in there just fine when they're in the off position. And I bet if you just turn them on, you could probably just drop it down there like that to keep them in there. And then when you want to turn them off, you can just flip this upside down and then that piece will come out. That's what I'll be doing. Now let's get to the pins, and I'll start off with this Haunted Mansion stretching room portrait. So this is from Box Lunch, and I did a video on 3 of these. So earlier last year they released 3 of the stretching room portrait pins like these, and then in September they released this one. So finally have the 4th one, but this is the one where you got the guy who's dressed nice, and then at the bottom you can see he's in his underwear and he's standing on an explosive barrel. So these are pretty cool. They've kind of clever design here. They have this 2 sliders on both sides, and it slides up, and when it gets to the top it kind of tips back, which prevents it from falling down. So then you have to kind of pull it forward and it falls down. Pretty cool collection. Now I have all 4. I can put all 4 together. The only issue I have with these is that they only put one pin post here in the back. So when you put them on your pin board, they have a tendency to kind of start to fall because they're really top heavy when they're pulled up like that. So I wish they had two pin posts on there to kind of hold them in place. But other than that, it's kind of a cool design. Next, I'll show you this pin that I got from Roxy on Instagram. It's Anyone Can Pin. So it's, yeah, Instagram is Anyone Can Pin. I get a lot of my pins from her. She has weekly sales, and one week I saw this one and I couldn't really make out what it was, so I thought it was Skull Rock from Peter Pan, which is awesome. So I was like, I'll take it. And then I thought it was Skull Rock until I got it home, and then I realized, wait, what's this? And then I'm like, oh, it has the hitchhiking ghost, two of them coming out of the eye sockets there, and then the nose is a headstone there, and graveyard at the bottom. Just thought this was a really cool design. This is from a pin from 2016. Thought this was pretty neat. And it does not glow in the dark. I did check this one. And then the last one, the sliding portrait one, didn't glow in the dark either. So next is this Hatbox Ghost pin. Now these were released in 2022. It was a big open edition release. And this is the same kind of style as the Haunted Mansion mystery pins. This one is bigger than the mystery pins. This one is Hatbox Ghost. And all black on the background, on the back of the pin. But very cool looking design. This one also does not glow in the dark. I thought it had a chance. I thought maybe his eyes and the hair would glow in the dark, but it doesn't. Now, released in that same wave of open edition pins was this one. So it was this one, the Hatbox Ghost. There was a bunch of others that were released too. And this is a Madame Leota poster. And it says, "Make your final arrangements. We've been dying to have you." And has some other writing on there. And this is a pin-on-pin. You can see that see the back here. See the rivets holding that on. So it's kind of, the frame is in the background and then the poster part is bumped up. And I did notice with this, mine has a little defect right here. I think it's supposed to say awaken the spirits or awaken all spirits, but the P in spirits is gone. So if you are buying these in the park and you can look at them all, just make sure that all the printing is on it. That's not that bad. I can't even see it unless I really look close. And does this one glow in the dark? Yes, yes it does. That's pretty cool. I always like glow in the dark pins, although I'm never looking at my pin boards in the dark, but it's kind of a cool feature. So next up is this Haunted Mansion pin set that I got from Pink a la Mode. I bought this, wow, probably a year ago, maybe even longer, and I've been meaning to show it, but I was waiting for like a Haunted Mansion kind of themed video to show it. So this is limited edition of 1,000. And I can take these out of the box and we'll look at each pin individually. So here we have the pins out of the box. So we have a Madame Leota pin. Love this one. Love all that glitter and the orb there. Makes it look really cool. Then we have the Hitchhiking Ghosts. They have glitter in their clothes. And then we have the Gargoyle. Hey, it's the guy from the Tiki mug I just showed. Foolish Mortal. That one's pretty cool too. And then the backs of these, they're actually got that glue stuff on them. A little bit of glue to kind of hold them on. But the backs of these ones are just plain. And has the Disney logo on them. Yeah, really cool set. And they also had a whiteout set, kind of a whiteout chase set. I think it was an LE 200. The white one was an LE 200, and then this one's an LE 1000. And these ones do not glow in the dark. So now we have the Fig Pen. This is the Hatbox Ghost Fig Pen. This is a Disney Park exclusive, and it was released in January of 2023. So you could probably still get this in the parks, I'm guessing.
So let's get it out of the package here. Oh, and you can see there it is $24.99. Just opened up. Okay. Okay, so we take it out of its case there. You take this card. I really like the cards. The cards are pretty cool. Nice and thick too. And so here we have the pen. I suppose I can take them off for the back. Wow. Hard to take off because it is 3 pin posts, but here is the actual pen. So we have the Hatbox Ghost standing there with his cane, and he's got the hat box, and you can kind of see his head in there. And in the back is a black tone finish, and you can see the 3 pin posts. That's what makes it pretty hard to get this rubber pin back on and off. But it does have the stand, so you can stand it up if you want on a shelf or on a table, or you can just put it on your pin board. And of course, this one does glow in the dark. That is very cool. You can really see the head in the hat box when it glows in the dark. I like that.
So that was the 2nd edition Haunted Mansion Gargoyle Tiki Mug and some Haunted Mansion pins that I've collected recently. Let me know down in the comments which pin was your favorite that I showed you, and also, do you collect Tiki mugs? I know these things have been around for a lot of years, and so there's probably hundreds of them out there. This is my first one. Got him back here, and he's all lit up with my Haunted Mansion pin, so looks pretty cool. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.